At right now, we are in GAIL India Private Limited. Here with us, Mr. Asim Ji. Hi, sir. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you.
Sir, can you tell me about your GAIL umbrella, CSR umbrella?
Ji. So under GAIL, this is the GAIL umbrella. So we have 7 focus areas like GAIL Harit, Unnati, Saksham, Arogya, Ujjwal, Sashakt and Kaushal. All these 7 focus areas defines the CSR projects we take up, and we segregate them as per this umbrella. So under Harit, we take up the endeavors we do for environment causes, then Unnati for rural development. Under Saksham, we do work for persons with disabilities, and Kaushal is for skill development and related, related fields. And Sashakt is for women empowerment projects, and the Ujjwal are for education projects. For example, we support a lot of public schools, government schools, their infrastructure, and not only that, we also support a lot of students coming from underprivileged classes, for to crack IIT's entrance tests. And we also do Arogya, under which we run a lot of mobile medical clinics across India, covering a lot of geographies, wherein we provide free healthcare services to a lot of people.
Is this in Pan India project, or are you concentrated in only some states or like that?
See, being a public organization, our CSR presence is pan India, and however we do have a clause in our policy. We generally focus down to more to those areas where we have a business presence. But other than that, we are like in a lot of states. We are working across east to west and north to south. Yeah.
Uh, can you tell me how do you feel to work here?
It's a great organization to work actually. You get a lot of support in terms of both mechanism and different laws and compliances you have to make, because being a public sector you come under government ambit and you have like different compliances and things to work out with. So GAIL CSR, because of its pan-India presence and because of the various genres of CSR activities that we do, it's a really great initiative to be and work in those areas and see how the CSR is in line with the national development agenda and contribute to that.
Everybody is not interested to do these things. Huh?
Yeah.
Some GL or some service-oriented mentalities are working to like this.
On that, I would like to say, because since like change in 1991, you see there is a growth in the social sector in the country after liberalization. We have become more responsible, and with the companies law of 2013, which makes it mandatory for the companies to have certain expenditure in the social sector, there is a growth in the social sector in the country, and so through that the business are now not only focusing on their profit only, they're also focusing on the communities in which they operate, the sustainability model and the environmental aspect of those things, so that they can be, it shows them into like they're not only utilizing resources for the profit generation, but also they're utilizing their resources for the development of the areas in which they work, development of the communities which are important stakeholder in that area, and development of the environment, because you see with the rise in the trend of climate change and all the other things, it becomes extremely important for people to work in those areas, because if you not work in those areas, your future, if you're talking about sustainable future, if you continue to use the work in the way which you are working, you will end up having a planet which will not be habitable for you. So with the change in the trend and change in the scenarios, you have to now work in the communities for the environment, for the social equability. So
Raise the communities.
yeah. So that's how we use those things to work in these areas and be part of the global development and national development goals and sustainable development goals, so that world can be a more equitable place for the whole world to live in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.